So about last night.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
For the cash that you paid for this trip is a round trip.
About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with me. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own
They're doing the Fox search like this. Amazing. Yeah. We're good. How do you think they got this movie with the score strip?
Last night really was a lot of fun. Big Star Wars fan personally. I'm sure that a lot of my viewers are Star Wars fans. Whether you grew up watching the originals, I think most people probably skipped the second trilogy, which was actually a prequel. But then, since then, when they've started re-releasing the Star Wars movies, I think that's brought a lot of the younger generation back to Star Wars. So it was really cool to see kind of something I grew up with sort of live. I know that definitely the movie wasn't live, but the music was live, and honestly you could tell, but you really couldn't, if that makes sense at all. Like, you knew that the music was coming from the live orchestra. I don't know that it really showed all that great in the video that I had there, but it was really cool because you knew, you kind of find out exactly how much music is actually in movies beyond what you're watching, just kind of in the background. And it's something that, as a content creator, I should be cognizant of, because I feel like sometimes I go long stretches where there's no kind of music in the background, and I'm always looking for something that I can do just to kind of spice things up just a little bit. It doesn't have to be overpowering music. It could be something very subtle and in the background, but it totally sets the mood. So I learned a lot from it. It was really cool. If you guys have an opportunity to do anything like that, I would absolutely recommend going and doing it. And that is a good segue for today's video, because in today's video I want to talk about Superiority Strike. Now, this is probably the single move that absolutely demolished the Raptor meta in Jurassic World Alive. And the reason why I say that is for one specific reason. I guess it's the whole move, because the move is going to cleanse self. So if you think about Raptors, what made Raptors, and kind of any fast moving dinosaur, but specifically Raptors, what made them so good was that pounce move. They go first. Typically Raptors are going to be stronger than anything else that you are running. They're going to go first. They're going to hit you for 2 times damage, which that's quite a bit. Even though Raptors don't hit hard, anytime you start doubling damage, you're going to get a pretty powerful attack. On top of that, they're going to reduce your damage by 50%, which means even if you have the hardest hitter in the game, maybe something along the lines of like, I don't know, like an Allosaurus or a T-Rex, your damage is going to be cut in half. So now you are going to have to actually be able to survive at least 2 attacks, possibly 3 attacks, which with Raptors is not going to happen for the most part. So this move, you're going to cleanse out that damage reduction. You're going to get hit with the pounce for the 2 times. It is what it is. But then you're going to wipe out that 50% reduction in damage. Now, you are also going to give your opponent a 33% reduction in speed. So you're kind of using their own move against them. What this is typically going to mean is for dinosaurs that have this Superiority Strike, you can take your first attack, use the Superiority Strike, remove the 50% damage, and then you're going to be able to act before the Raptor acts again. So basically you're going to get 2 attacks into their 1 at full strength. Most Raptors cannot handle that kind of damage. It really is a good move, and at this point in the time, it A, shifted the meta, and B, is kind of a meta-defining move simply because it's changed from being a fast meta into being a little bit more of a tankier meta and a speed reduction meta, if we are being totally honest here. So the dinosaurs that you're going to want to look for to have Superiority Strike, and I'm going to go through them all because I don't know what level you guys are at. For someone at the highest levels of Jurassic Ruins, the dinosaurs that they're going to be using and using Superiority Strike with are going to be totally different than people who are at the very bottom and working their way up, newer players to the game. So the 3 common dinosaurs that you are going to want to look to include in your deck, and I do recommend having at least 1 dinosaur with a Superiority Strike in your deck. The commons are going to be Iguanodon, Parasaurolophus, and Stegosaurus. Now if we are to move up into the rare class, and this is going to be probably here, and the epics are going to be the predominant majority of my viewers. The rare class dinosaurs you want to look to add are the Edmontosaurus, the Giraffatitan, the Suchotator, the Tenontosaurus, the Tujangosaurus, and the Wooersaurus. A lot of those dinosaurs are going to be able to 2-shot Raptors, and they're definitely going to be able to set up some nice little combination moves that the higher dinosaurs have as well. And I'm going to show you a replay of a game that I had with Rebecca from MetaHub.info that kind of shows off how you can use Superiority Strike in a 1-2 punch type combination move. The epic dinosaurs, and there are 3 of them that you're going to want to be looking for, are Brachiosaurus, and that is a Canadian exclusive that has expired. It was available at Apple stores in Canada only. You can get these out of incubators. I got one out of a Strike Tower incubator a few episodes ago. Other than that, I'm not really sure how you come across Brachiosaurus. You have your Kentrosaurus and your Uranosaurus. Finally, you do have 3 legendary dinosaurs, which are going to include the Superiority Strike move. That's going to be your Diluranosaurus, your Stegodius, and your Tragodistus. Before I go into showing this specific battle, I want to let you know that I did set up my team to predominantly include dinosaurs with the Superiority Strike. So basically I went through and made 5 of my 8 dinosaurs Superior Strike dinosaurs because I wanted to make sure that I could run a battle and get what I'm trying to showcase. The 4 that were randomly selected are the Indominus Rex, I believe that's Edmontosaurus, my Stegodius, and then my Megalosuchus. I did not give Rebecca any instructions as to how to play or what dinosaurs to run, and in fact she just ran her normal league deck. Since this was a friendly match, all dinosaurs are level 26. No, I do not have any level 26 dinosaurs in my arsenal at all. I'm gonna open up with my Stegodius, and right off the bat you're going to see how this really works. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video. The first thing that I'm going to do when I have Stegodius up against a Stegoceratops is I'm going to use my shield. The reason why I do this is because the Stegoceratops is going to be faster than me, and on turn 2 there's a high likelihood that I'm going to get stunned. By dropping my shield first turn, it is going to protect me for 2 turns if I get stunned, and then for the next move that's going to come at me, I think it's Greater Stunning Impact or Greater Stunning Strike, I can't remember exactly, but it's going to give me protection against that in case my opponent gets a 2-for-1 exchange on the attacks. Now, I will say that in this particular case, I don't think that I get stunned. So my opponent opens as she should with slowing impact. I'm going to use my shield. Obviously, we already know this. I get lucky enough to hit the critical attack there. And then my opponent is going to come with the move that she should be using, and that is going to be the Greater Stunning Strike. Oh, and I actually did get stunned, so this works out well. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Superiority Strike because I want to clear the Thagomizer, which I think ran out anyways. But now I'm going to basically get a 2-for-1 turn here. Now I'm going to go Thagomizer to maintain my speed advantage over my opponent. And actually it's a 3-for-1 because I had my Greater Stunning Strike, then I had my Thagomizer. She did her 1 attack, and then I'm going to go Armor Piercing Rampage and knock out a very formidable opponent, actually. And that is the beauty of the Superiority Strike, is it can give you these odd rushes. And by odd rush, I mean, like you just saw, I had a 3-move to 1. Not a lot of dinosaurs are going to be able to sustain a 3-to-1 attack advantage, especially if you are able to put in your most powerful attack during that 3-to-1 advantage. Now I am going to get knocked out here, but my goal was to just take out as much of the Dinosaurus as possible. I could have swapped out, but I chose not to. Damage reduction was just everything that I was going for there. I will say that this Dinosaurus is arguably, it is one of the probably top, it's definitely a top 10 dinosaur, probably a top 5 dinosaur in the game. Now the reason why I brought in this dinosaur, and I didn't watch to see which one it was, but is because I was showcasing this video. Now, truth be told, I probably would not have brought in this dinosaur. I would have brought in something else. But as you can see, I get lucky enough to be able to get 2 moves in here. I could have gone the swap out. I could have hit in the hit and run, but I chose not to. My opponent swapped into her Indominus Rex. I get a really lucky crit hit there. She goes with the cloak, which is good for me because if you will remember, with my Indominus Rex, I actually want to be the second one to cloak. So if I survive, if I dodge here and don't get attacked, it's a guaranteed knockout for me. I do happen to get the dodge, and of course that's going to be the guaranteed knockout. No matter what she brings in, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to survive, and I'm up 2 dinosaurs to 1. Now Rebecca is in the top 500, so this is no slouch that I'm playing here. She knows her dinosaurs. She's a good strategy player. I probably should have swapped out here and saved my Indominus Rex for a later switch in, and then I could have tried to use cloak again. I'm gonna just foreshadow here is I end up losing this, but I feel like the reason why I lost is because I tried to bring on my second dinosaur. I brought in the one with the Superiority Strike. Look how close I was to knocking her out, and then she gets the crit there. So I really believe that had I not brought in the dinosaur for the sole purpose of using the Superiority Strike, that I probably would have won that battle. But I hope that that really showcases how you can effectively use that strat. And it doesn't have to be against Raptors. Anything that's faster than you, you can use it to your advantage, especially if you're using one of the dinosaurs that has the Thagomizer, where you can do the 1-2 punch and basically exchange a 3-turn to 1-turn advantage in your favor. We do have the special events with the faster rare class dinosaurs. You have the rest of today, which is Friday. Strike Towers White are back, this time only the strong. Your opponents are a team of high damage heavy hitters. Use fast creatures that deal high damage with attacks like Pounce, creatures that can reduce your opponent's damage. So basically you can use the dinosaurs that you are darting for this event. And remember, if you have not gone out and done your rare class Strike towers. Those are going through the rest of the weekend. I only have 6 attempts left. I'm probably not going to do the Brachiosaurus. No particular reason why, other than I just kind of like these other dinosaurs better. The Gallimimus comes to mind as something that I definitely like better. Want to try to get one of these Raptors up to level 15, so then I can try it in League. Oh no, it just ran away. So we have 5 more attempts. I have 5 more attempts. I always say we, plural, but it's actually me. I need 220, so I will probably try to go after Charlie DNA there. And let me just tell you, on the bus ride, I'm not condoning driving and playing this game in any way, shape, or form. And in fact, I'm highly advising against driving and playing this game. That is extremely dangerous. I can't imagine trying to dart and drive at the same time. But what I will say is, if you have the opportunity to take a bus ride or public transportation, do it. I got so many epic DNA dinosaurs last night that it was wild. I want to say my final count, just on the trip there in like the first 20 minutes of the trip back, I want to say my count was 12 seen, 8 darted, or 10 seen and 8 darted, something like that. So really nice. And finally, look at this. How many 10s did I get in a row? Well, it's not going to happen this time. Well, it might happen this time. And it did happen this time. But it doesn't matter, because Indominus Rex, I only needed 3, is 40,000 coins. Oh man. So Indominus Rex is now level 20. All that means is I need to get my Velociraptor basically 7,500 for DNA, which is an absurd total of DNA. And then I can start working on my Indoraptor. That is going to take a significant amount of time, but I did want to share that with you. I finally got there. Tomorrow I want to look, but tomorrow we have Blue and Pyroraptor, and it's actually Saturday and Sunday. Pyroraptor and Blue, both epic dinosaurs, so you're going to have 6 darting attempts at these dinosaurs. How are you going to break up your dinosaurs? For me personally, I'm going 6 Blue, not even a tough decision for me. While Pyroraptor does have a hybrid, Pyroraptor spawns. Blue does not even spawn. And I really thought that the incubator for this weekend would have Blue DNA in it, and it doesn't look like it does. It has power hitters. So you can't get Blue, which makes me want to dart Blue as much as possible. I actually think Blue at level 15 in Sorna Marshes would be a viable dinosaur. So I definitely want to get my Blue as close as possible. If I am to take just a quick look, it looks like I probably need about 400 DNA. Should be completely doable with 6 attempts. But that's just me. Let me know, what are you going to dart over the weekend? That's all I've got for today. So until next time.